on the season.
1988, Orville Lee, the last Canadian to lead the league in rushing. Glenn, quick hitter, and McDaniel, another first down grab in front of Joe Burnett. So the Stampeders putting together a drive here.
Cornish doesn't just run the ball well, and this is where he's going to help out his guard, Dimitris Sumpas. The little chip block right there, and he creates a little more of a throwing lane so that Kevin Glenn can get it to Marquay McDaniel.
Seventh play of the drive starts at the Edmonton 42. It's Cornish off the right side with speed into the secondary and finally dragged down at the 18-yard line. Great burst by Cornish, and it's a pickup of 26 yards.
When this running game starts to churn and starts to pick up big yardage, usually the fullback Rob Cote is involved, and they're running to that side. Cote is going to get out and get the reach block down the field. That's going to open up the alley because now he's got sealed with Rami Bryant, Cote, and away goes John Cornish.
Glenn takes a look at the bench. Some confusion here. Do they take the timeout or not?
Got to. Too late. They didn't get it done.
Time count violation. Calgary number 15. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's interesting, though. He looked at the bench. Do we take the timeout? They knew they were in trouble. And it looked like John Hufnagel and the bench just said, nope, we'll take the penalty. We want to keep the timeout.
It's first down, one reason. The other is close game like this, you're going to need your timeout or the challenge.
And that's a good sight. Ronnie Prude back in the Eskimo defense. Extra DB. Here's a shot in the end zone. And it's intercepted. Chris Thompson takes another away, intended for Forzani, and he's coming out. And he's still going. And finally runs on the gas at the 28. But it's a two-pick night for Chris Thompson, and both came in the end zone.
The first one he took away from the intended target, Johnny Forzani, in the first half. That one he took it away from Kevin Glenn. In the air. Great timing playing that deep half of the field and just flowing to the football. Pump fake on a double move and catching it at the high point. Textbook. Now has 3.
Still no points in this third quarter. Here's Messam, and he tries to move that pile, but not much there.
Straight zone defense for the Edmonton Eskimos. Something you don't see at this end of the field very often, but there is Chris Thompson, and he's going to just drop into this outside third. It's basically called a cut coverage, where the corner comes up and jams, and the halfback drops into the deep third, and he just flows to the football. Timing perfect. That's how you play zone defense.
Killer. BSP Sports.
Second and 8. Here comes the pressure. Over the middle, Stamps the catch, but he's going to be held up short of the first down at the 35-yard line, and the Eskimos just can't get their offense moving in the third quarter, which was the story on Monday when they had only 7 plays and 12 yards in the third quarter.
You know what, the panel touched on this, and you could see the frustration of Stamps and Kerry Joseph trying to rally the group.
And clearly Stamps and Joseph weren't on the same page on that last play. And shot again, no Larry Taylor, it's Keon Raymond. Up across the 35-yard line for Raymond.
Let's go back and take a look at the play, and just maybe we can see exactly why. That's Fred Stamps right there. And let's see if we can see why they're so upset with each other. It looks like Fred Stamps wants to sit down in front of that linebacking core and secondary, and then had a problem with whatever Kerry Joseph said as they came off.
And it looked like Daryl Mitchell is now working with Stamps, and it looked like Daryl Mitchell went to the aid of his quarterback to say, no, it's... So frustration there while the Stampeders try to go to work. There is a flag down as Robbie Bryant does the catch, and now Joseph and Stamps try and connect again.
Well, you know, and I think you got to think that Fred Stamps is frustrated anyway. He has just 3 catches on the night. 25 yards.
First down.
And it looks like they're just talking about exactly where the receiver settles down. I mean, it was a zone defense, so you got to find the hole. And I think Kerry Joseph, if I can kind of read lips and read between the lines, is saying, just sit down a little bit wider than you did, and you won't run into cover.
Here's Cornish. And he gets dragged down by Munoz. Close to midfield. Final play, third quarter. Didn't have any third quarter points. After the fireworks to end the first half, it's still the Eskimos by a point as the defenses dig in here at Commonwealth. Third quarter stats, and they might surprise you that Calgary trails, and just all of what's going on the Edmonton bench might surprise you that the Eskimos are leading.
Well, it really is. I mean, Calgary has the edge statistically. Edmonton by 1 point on the scoreboard. You mentioned that communication issues that the Edmonton Eskimos are having on the sideline. That's an issue for them. They've got to straighten that out in this final quarter. I wonder about fatigue too. And this short turnaround, they played on Monday, and in this series, the mind starts to get a little lazy, and that's when you make mistakes in simple things like substitutions.
Usually this game has a history of being high scoring. In fact, the winner has had 30 points or more over the last 4 or 5 times. It's been low scoring tonight. But the toll of playing 2 games in 4 days is showing. Here's Cornish shrugging off the first surge and stays upright. John Cornish off and running, and what a brilliant run that is to go over 100 on the night.
Boy, is it ever. How many tackles did John Cornish break here to fight off the mental fatigue and the physical fatigue? That's Lee Robinson. There's Damaso Munoz.
4, 5.
6 broken tackles there. Bounces on the safety, Donovan Alexander. And then he finally drags him down.
30-yard run for Cornish. 2 over 20 yards in the game. Gets a breather on the sidelines. Matt Walter checks in. And the Calgary Dino will try the right side. And he finds a little room and churns it out of bounds. Productive gain for Walter, who scored his first CFL touchdown on Monday.
Now take a look at John Cornish's pace when you match it up against some of the best Canadian running backs in the league's history. Norman Kwong, the only Canadian running back in 1956 that would have better numbers if John Cornish stays on this pace. And a 100-plus yard night helps. We talked about that massive matchup between he and J.C. Sherritt. Not sure how many tackles Sherritt has in this game here tonight, but with 129 rushing, gives John Cornish the edge in round 2.
Well, the Stamps threaten, but they've not been productive down here tonight. Over the middle, and Joe West separated from the football by J.C. Sherritt.
I wonder if he heard me. I wonder if J.C. Sherritt said, hang on, this game isn't over yet. And I know Cornish has 129, but I'm still going to make some plays and make a difference. He looks up Joe West here, reacts to it, and Joe West does not survive that contact.
So it's 2nd and 10 at the 13. A couple of interceptions in the end zone. Calgary 0 for 3 on the night in the red zone. Kevin Glenn underneath. West has got it. And he's stacked up short of the first down. And the Stamps will have to settle for a field goal attempt that will put them into the lead here early in the fourth quarter, if successful. Rene Paredes comes back on.
1 for 1 tonight from 28, coming in just shy of 90% on the season, just 2 misses. This should be the only tough part for Rene Paredes here is the angle that he's on.
And Paredes nails it as Calgary scores its first points since the opening quarter and regains the lead.
When your body gets a little tired tonight, when your mind gets a little weary, look up and see the names on the wall, stop a moment and feel the spirit.
The other one you need to be careful about is wanting to take a play off because you're either sore or you're tired. You can't allow it to happen. Each and every play is too important.
The issue being dealt with, that's the fatigue part of this very difficult back-to-back.
Well, both coaches in their pregame speech, as you just saw, touched on it in the short turnaround, playing on Monday and then Friday. For these teams down the stretch in a close game, it's those small things, the mental mistakes that you have to try and avoid. One of the first things that happen defensively when you start to get fatigued and tired and you let your mind be affected by it, mental fatigue, is missed tackling. And we saw in that John Cornish run a few missed tackles by the Edmonton defense.
Mess and Boyd to the sidelines, double tight ends for Charles. 2nd down, change of direction, but Corey Mace looks like he stopped Charles short. Well, he has. It'll be 3rd and 2, and you know there's short yardage, and
no Messam, no Corey Boyd.
You don't have your power backs in, and you run a play straight ahead. That's why the fans react. And
well, and in fairness to Kavis Reed, when they did it in the first half, it worked. And to Marcus Crandall, their offensive coordinator, and Hugh Charles picked up the first down and then some.
6-2 and out for the Eskimos on the night. Grant Shaw's end-over-end kick is out of bounds. This is going to be another penalty against the Eskimo punter. And good field position for Kevin Glenn. Sack tally brought to you by Purelator, tackling hunger across Canada. Check. Congratulations to the Ivor Wynn fans for bringing 55,000 pounds of food out on Labor Day Monday.
2-2 in sacks tonight for Calgary and Edmonton. Lee Robinson has one, placing Sean Lemon. They have had problems against the run, this Edmonton defense.
Short kick, and that penalty gave Calgary good field position. There's TJ Hill on Nick Lewis, and a short gain, but this guy's had a few big ones tonight.
A couple of sacks in the passing game for the Edmonton D-line, who are missing 2 starters. But they have had issues against the run. John Cornish, over 100 yards on the night. And those are some of the missed tackles we're talking about.
3rd 100-yard game of the season for Cornish. 2nd and 10. Glenn running out of time, and down he goes. J.C. Sherrick gets there, and see where they marked the ball. It was near the line of scrimmage. Would be Sherrick's first sack of the year.
He got up limping a little bit after the sack. Looked like Jermichael Dean may have fallen on the pile, maybe.
Kavis Reed deploying Kerry Koch this time as his returner, as Joe Burnett goes to the sidelines. Cook fielding it just inside his 10. And good cover downfield again. Malik Jackson, Matt Walter there in a hurry. So after a holding penalty against Edmonton on the return by Ronnie Prude, and I mentioned Prude earlier for fans that weren't aware. A few weeks ago we had a scary incident here. He had a stinger, was taken to hospital, no movement on a stretcher, but was released that night, and first game back for Prude. Good to see him back. They start at their 5, and Marcus Henry breaks 1 tackle and has 8. Duron Mayo the tackle.
Edmonton Eskimos come into this game at 5-4, and when you look at their offensive numbers coming in after 9, last in all the important categories, and this is how they're trying to sort out the quarterback position, what they're going to do moving forward. Kerry Joseph comes off a 300-yard passing game a week ago, but didn't get the win. And their biggest play offensively tonight was when Matt Nichols, on a fire on a missed field goal attempt, threw a touchdown pass.
See if they can convert second and short this time. Kerry Joseph. And he should have it. And if he does have it, it's going to require measurement. They are looking for their second first down of the second half.